Welcome again to the Pro Wrestling Show Predict the Outcome Review Show for SummerSlam. Man, oh man, I'm your host as always, Kendra Dix. Glad you can join us here. Glad. Alright, everyone knows SummerSlam was off to a hitch. Well, let's get started with the matches. The matches were the pre-show match, which I thought Drew Gulak was going to win, but Cedric Alexander pulled a rabbit and he won, which it was a hard-fought matchup, but I was hoping Gulak was going to win so it could be a new change into that era. Well, we'll see how this go. Who's next in line for Cedric Alexander's cruiserweight title? Also, Lana and Rusev teamed up against Ivana Sienas and Zelina Vega. And I told you, Zelina Vega was going to win, and they won. They won with Zelina Vega pinning Lana. Man, watch that match all over again for the pre-show. Also, the final pre-show match was the Raw Tag Team titles, where the Revival challenged the B-Team. Well, unsuccessfully, the Revival couldn't get the Raw Tag Team titles, which I thought they was going to do, and I hoped they was going to do, but they didn't get the job done. Now, let's hope somebody way in the wings, like the Authors of Pain or somebody, can take the Raw Tag Team titles from the B-Team, because the B-Team are just a team with luck right now. I'm telling you, team with luck. Alright. Also, the opening match at SummerSlam was the Intercontinental Championship match between Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler had McIntyre in his corner. Rollins had this fine smile to even the odds. Rollins found his tag team partner, Dean Ambrose, and it was a great match to kick off the show. Seth Rollins pulled the victory, and when I predicted, he won, but it wasn't no turn yet. So I'm hoping it be a turn, but if it don't, you just, you never know what's going on in WWE. Also, the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line as the New Day challenged the Bludgeon Brothers. The Bludgeon Brothers won with ease. New Day put up a hell of a fight. It just didn't go New Day way at SummerSlam as way it should have done. Now, also another match that I didn't see coming was the Demon, Finn Balor, bringing his Demon character to go against Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin didn't suspect the Demon was going to come out there and fight. The Demon won with ease, winning the match. But where does this go? We just found out what this had went through and gone with. But I'll tell you more this weekend later on the Pro Wrestling Show this weekend on what my thoughts was on that payoff and stuff. The Miz versus Daniel Bryan, this 8-year grudge match finally came ahead, finally came to full circle. Well, Miz, like I said, was going to win by any means necessary. Miz did it. Miz proved that he was the better man than Daniel Bryan, but Miz had to use cheating tactics to have Maurice at ringside, and Miz grabbed some kind of foreign object, which many people thought brass knuckles that was under Maurice's cleavage. He used that to his advantage to get the victory over Daniel Bryan. Good matchup between those two. Also, the WWE Championship match between AJ Styles defending the championship against Samoa Joe. Now, this match right here was personal. Samoa Joe made it personal. Even Samoa Joe on the preview show made it personal with Renee Young, talking about a 2-income household, referring to Dean Ambrose and Renee Young and stuff. I said, Samoa Joe brings that up. Dean Ambrose gonna come back and try to fight him on SmackDown nor on Raw. I don't know. I'm thinking Raw if Samoa Joe gets drafted back to Raw. But it was personal. You can tell the seeds of that fight was personal. AJ Joe did incredible. 2 former Impact stars now in WWE on SmackDown competing for its championship. And at the end, Samoa Joe told AJ Styles' wife, who's near at ringside, and her kid, their kid, AJ and Wendy's kid, that he's gonna be the new dad after AJ is done with him. And AJ Styles, it lit a fire on the champion. AJ Styles went full rage mode and attacked Samoa Joe, even costing himself a disqualification, thus Joe winning the match but not winning the title. And we don't know how this is going to come around now, since AJ Styles losing control, losing his mind, and trying to keep his family together and stuff. So it's gonna be personal. You're gonna see a few. It's gonna continue on. It's gonna be a few going on for that, and it's gonna get personal. I mean, very personal. Also, Braun Strowman defended his Money in the Bank briefcase against Kevin Owens, and folks, by the way, it was easy. It was easy for Braun. Braun won the match. Braun keeps his briefcase intact. KO's dream of being Universal Champion is back, like I said, up in smoke ever again. Went up in smoke. Up in smoke. Also, Jeff Hardy gets a crack at the United States Championship, and he lost again to Shinsuke Nakamura. Randy Orton was nowhere to be found at SummerSlam in this match. Shinsuke wins his goal, keeps his goal intact for the next opponent, next challenge, whomever they may be. Now, the next match was the biggest shocker. It was the SmackDown Women's Title match between Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Charlotte. Now, Carmella had a 33% chance, a 66% chance of losing the title. Indeed, she did lose the title. And Charlotte pinned Becky Lynch. And we thought we was going to see it just, the friends, as they always do with the teacup and stuff like that. But they didn't turn around to be that case. Becky Lynch turned heel and attacked Charlotte and sucker punched her and just literally just dragged Charlotte like a rag doll over. She felt frustrated. She felt like she was a loser, which she was, but she was a sore loser. Becky Lynch lit a fire in this this Barclays Center Arena in Brooklyn, stood up and applauded, cheered for, which I was watching on TV like in shock, like really? But it's different strokes for different folks. But Charlotte wins the women's title for the 7th time. She ties Trish Stratus' record. And she is the only woman superstar to have 24 consecutive pay-per-views. So that's a record for Charlotte. But at the same time, Charlotte feeling a little lonely at the top. And now her best friend, she thought was her best friend, turned on her. And now it's going to be very interesting to see what Becky Lynch and Charlotte present to the masses, and see, is Becky Lynch serious contender to get the championship off for Charlotte after that heinous attack she did? Man, Charlotte didn't deserve that, but hey, to each his own. Also, another women's championship match from the Raw side of things, as Ronda Rousey challenged Alexa Bliss for the women's championship, and Ronda Rousey did it. Ronda Rousey makes history as well. Ronda Rousey becomes the first woman to ever hold the UFC and WWE Women's Championship. That's an accomplishment that beyond precedent. Ronda Rousey doing the thing, and now she is on top of the Raw Women's division as its champion. So Ronda Rousey, inspiring and kind of, giving back and slowly making her mark in the Raw Women's division, as we had saw. So it leads to one thing. It leads to the main event at SummerSlam, where Brock Lesnar, the defiant, stubborn champion, went against Roman Reigns, who was the workhorse, and give it his all and stuff. And then another added caveat, Braun Strowman comes out and says that he's not going to do a sneak attack. He's going to cash in on the person's face to face, which that's honorable. That's something that's never been done before. But back to back forth between Lesnar and Reigns, both men looked strong, looking like they were defending their their crown. But at the end, Roman Reigns finally beats the Beast after a 3-year odyssey. He couldn't get the job done at WrestleMania 31 in San Francisco, at Royal Rumble, not Royal Rumble, but WrestleMania, the greatest Royal Rumble. Yeah, I did say Royal Rumble, greatest Royal Rumble. Those 3 attempts, and then he finally wins the big one, beating Brock and becoming the Universal Champion. So Roman Reigns, just like Brock Lesnar, is the second man to hold the WWE and Universal Championships. So Brock was the first, Roman was the second. But we'll get to on Raw, Ring Report this weekend, what's going on Raw, and what Paul Heyman's suggestion to Kurt Angle. But Braun Strowman couldn't get his cash in his briefcase because Braun got beat up by Brock Lesnar and accidentally got hit by Roman Reigns. So, everything's going to plan effect at the WWE Kingdom right now for both brands. Even NXT was a good show. Shout out to the Velveteen Dream and EC3. They had their match, and Velveteen Dream had his tights like Rick Rude. Call me up, Vince. I don't know if we're going to get heat for that, but hey, to each his own. Even the championship match, Tommaso Ciampa retains over Johnny Gargano. Kairi Singh wins the Women's Championship in NXT from Shayna Baszler. The rematch from the Mae Young Classic. Ricochet winning from Adam Cole, the North American title. The Royal Raiders coming in and destroy Undisputed Era, leave their marks and stuff like that. This SummerSlam was so. NXT TakeOver was good too, but you good as your last dance. But hey, it is what it is. All right, thank you all for watching the Pro Wrestling Show presents Predict the Outcome review show for SummerSlam. Like always, I've been your host, Kenny Dix, and so long, and we'll see you next time here on PSW. Hello, welcome to Burpee's gas station. How can I help you?
What's up, Slim? Can I have a massive midnight light, cool 100 light, and a pack of cigarettes that diamond guy? Better yet, don't worry about it.
What in the world did I just get myself into? Better yet, you know what? I don't need this job. I'm finna go elsewhere.